when news broke on February 16, 2025, that Kim Son had been found lifeless in her Seoul apartment at just 24. Although the official cause of death remains undisclosed, accounts from close sources pointed to a lengthy, silent battle with mental health. It was a battle that intensified through years, marked by industry isolation and the fallout from personal controversies. Most notably, a 2022 DUI incident that led to a wave of public backlash and the effective withdrawal of new opportunities. Her career came to an abrupt halt amid scandal and widespread backlash, leaving a noticeable void on screens everywhere. The industry and fans alike are confronting yet again a troubling reality: a repeated failure to adequately support young stars who are struggling under fame's harshest pressures. Intense public scrutiny, sudden and severe backlash, and a glaring absence of genuine mental health care. Just a few weeks ago, the Korean R&B scene lost one of its brightest stars, Chi Woo-sang, passing away at the age of 43, leaving behind a legacy that shaped the genre profoundly. His impact on the genre and the industry was profound, leaving behind a legacy that resonated deeply with fans and fellow musicians alike. His death, too, was shrouded in unanswered questions, the official cause unannounced. Chi Woo-sang's legacy as a vocalist and songwriter is woven into the very fabric of the Hallyu wave, his music underscoring dramas and personal moments for millions of listeners. Woo-sang's Their Life in the Spotlight danced between applause for their artistic gifts and the shadows cast by deeply personal trials. Repeated scandals involving substance use led to periods of exile from the mainstream and eroded public trust, further contributing to a pattern that the industry is all too familiar with: abandonment of artists after their fall from grace. Woo-sang's loss highlighted the harsh reality of erasure, how talent is celebrated until trouble emerges, at which point silence replaces support, and the scars left behind are carried alone. The passing of veteran actress Lee Joo-sil on February 2 at the age of 80 adds a poignant layer to this year's losses, reflecting a lifelong dedication to Korean storytelling marked not by controversy but by graceful strength and unwavering professionalism. Despite a protracted battle with cancer, strikingly, Lee Joo-sil's later years were a study in how the industry regards its elders, respected yet all too rhesus. Her passing led to tributes that doubled as critiques, calls for better acknowledgement of aging performers and the wisdom they carry, and questions about whether enough is done to keep their stories present in a culture obsessed with youth. On May 27th, Choi Jung-woo passed away at 68, leaving behind a legacy marked by a quiet and enduring strength that spoke louder than words. For over 30 years, he became a familiar presence on screen, bringing to life unforgettable supporting roles, whether as a guiding father figure, a wise mentor, a commanding executive, or a memorable antagonist. His career was built not on headline roles but on an unwavering reliability that directors and writers treasured. Yet, as with too many of his generation, chronic illness and mental health issues, including depression and anxiety, played out in private, away from an industry that often looks the other way when stalwarts struggle. For the industry and the public, the most shocking early loss came on January 12th, with the sudden death of Lee Yun-hee at 64, an actor who remained in high demand and seemed the picture of continued vigor. Known for his energy, his generosity behind the scenes, and his versatility, Lee's passing was not only a personal tragedy for those who knew him, but also a stark reminder of unpredictability. Despite no outward sign of illness, he was gone overnight, underlining how easily the unsung backbone of an industry can vanish without warning and with little preparation for those left behind. Kim Jong-suk's life was cut painfully short, ending on June 4th when she was just 29 years old. Her story highlights the often painful reality where sudden stardom meets intense personal challenges, sometimes leading to devastating outcomes. Initially a model, Kim catapulted to popularity through reality television and youth dramas, amassing a dedicated young following. However, behind his rising star lay personal turmoil, victimization in a financial scam, career uncertainty, and quiet battles with depression. His death intensified conversations about the unique pressures facing idols and actors thrust too quickly into the spotlight, often without a support structure equipped to deal with the very real risks of mental health decline. His farewell was painfully private, with fans and friends alike left to speculate about what could have been if more attention and compassion had accompanied Kim's meteoric ascent. Finally, the loss of Lee So-yi, 43, in June was announced simply and with little detail. Her manager's emotional message underscoring both the dignity and the silence that marked much of her career. Known more among critics and colleagues than the masses, Lee built respect for her deep, nuanced portrayals of characters wounded, defiant, and real. Yet, as with so many other women in the industry, her struggles remained largely invisible. There were hints: mental health questions, challenging roles, and a career just outside the biggest spotlights, but mostly an outpouring of affection tinged with sadness for opportunities never fully realized. Subtle signs pointing to struggles with mental health quietly emerged in the spotlight, leading fans to come together in a heartfelt collective reflection, expressing their support through touching tributes, shared stories, and a gentle wave of communal grief. The devastating losses of 2025 expose how often the true battles of artists play out off camera, away from the red carpets and applause. From the relentless scrutiny faced by young stars like Kim Son and Kim Jong-suk, to the isolation and erasure confronting veterans like Lee Ju-sil and Choi Jung-woo, the year has become a mirror, reflecting not only individual tragedies, but the structural and cultural failings of the entertainment industry. It's a powerful reminder that simply remembering isn't enough. True understanding requires more than just the past echoing in our minds. Change, systemic, compassionate, and real, is the only true tribute to those we have lost.